Howdy, maniacs and viewers. You watching the Main Man channel. It's not just a name, it's a way of life. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome each and every day just to make it in this cruel old world. So, that being said, topic of today's video is, I just want to welcome all the new subscribers that have been coming in. I've gained about 300 subs in the past month or so. And I gained about 200 of those in the 150, 200 of them in the last couple of weeks. And I just want to appreciate y'all. A lot of y'all come from some of my buddies' channels that you watch. And we'll talk about them a little bit as well. But I want to welcome y'all. I want to let y'all know about the channel, what it's about, and what I'm about. And every now and then I do one of these videos talking about the channel, just basically what it is and what my plans are for it and all that good stuff, and introduce you to me. My name's Russell, but I go by Rusty. The motto, it's not just a name, it's a way of life. Well, the name, the Main Man, and my little motto, to me, that's a way of life. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Yeah, the first time I heard that was on the movie Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood. And I really looked up to Clint Eastwood over the years and thought he was really pro-gun and all that stuff, like the characters he played and everything. And turned out to be wrong. Turned out he backed Bloomberg back before Bloomberg got put out of the Democratic nomination. So, that being said, now he backs Biden and Harris. So, in my opinion, that made old Clint a traitor. The man absolutely is a great filmmaker. He's a great actor. But it looks like some of what he said over the years was an act too. So, though he said that, the motto, improvise, adapt, and overcome, has also been told to me by a lot of former service members, especially Marines, and everything. They told me about that. You know, it's just a unofficial motto of the armed forces, especially the Marine Corps. I've never served in the military. I've never really been a member of law enforcement or anything like that. I love the military and I love law enforcement. I think y'all are some of the greatest people in the world. And I have something that's kind of kept me out of the military is, see, my right hand's all good, right? Now see my left hand. Okay? I was born that way with a left hand like that. And that limited me to going to the military, but I didn't really limit me in life as far as, you know, I've worked hard manual labor jobs all my life. Last 8-9 years, warehousing, shipping, receiving, that sort of thing. And before that, production work. I've had several lead and supervisory positions. A lot of times the leadership roles don't seem to work out too good for me because I like to be fair, and I don't always like what I'm asked folks to do. I don't like to ask anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do myself or couldn't do myself, and so I kind of have a issue with that. I think if I had my own big business one day, that I would be a great leader and everybody would like me. You know, I am a little bit of a smart aleck sometimes, but it is what it is. And I talk loud. And a lot of times folks think I'm being smart by the way I talk and my tone and everything. That's not necessarily true. It's just when I'm focused on something, I'm focused, I'm serious about it, and that's how I am, you know. Okay. But enough about that. What does the Main Man mean? So, the name The Main Man is a name that it started out, you know, back when I was a kid reading comic books. I read this one issue of The Man of Steel, just a little bit after Superman come back from the dead, after the Death of Superman storyline and Reign of Superman storyline, all that good stuff back in the 90s. 90s was a good time to be a comic book fan. But, and I grew up in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s. So that being said, Lobo took exception to the fact that somebody put the Man of Steel down, and he decided he was going to come back to Earth and whoop the Man of Steel or kill him, because the only one that whoops the Superman is the main man. Nobody else can do it, in his opinion, because he's Lobo. He's the main man. Just that aggressive, manly side of him. That's part of it. And, also, I talked about this before. One of my favorite singers, Johnny Cash, okay? His wife, June Carter Cash, always said about him, there was two sides of him. There was Johnny, which was the good side, the regular dude side, the quiet, shy guy, but he'd do anything, help anybody, give him the shirt off his back, whatever. Good dude, Johnny. And then there was Cash. And that was the wild, drunk, darker side of himself, liked money, liked to gamble, liked to get in trouble. And in a way, for a long time in my life, that main man side was kind of that. And when I used to get mad, I'd be like, oh, you can't tell me what to do. I'm the main man. Only the main man can tell me what to do or whatever, And it grew away from that. But I also look at that aggressive part of me, that willpower part of me, the strong will, stubbornness. It helped me get through a lot of things. And I'm lucky I met the right girl when I did, and she helped me out a lot too. And she's still in my life and been in my life for about 11 years now. But that's what the main man means. The main man is you can't knock me down, or you can't keep me down. I'm going to get back up no matter how many times you knock me down. You can't stop me. Okay? And we went almost 8 minutes just talking about that, but we're going to continue. All right, what the channel is. It's a variety channel. Okay? I do a lot of stuff on here. I don't do as much as I used to. Mostly my focus is guns and the Second Amendment. It was mostly just a pure gun channel, except for some other things, fun things I did and tried. But now it's kind of become a little bit political because of this election and everything. And all I got to say is Trump 2020. I voted for Trump. Trump is not the perfect president. No. Trump is really, really put it to us bad on some of the things he's done with the Second Amendment. Yes. He's not been a good president when it comes to the Second Amendment. But I think on a lot of other issues, I think he's the best president that definitely since I've been alive. I just wish he would get a little bit better about the Second Amendment. But he has done a lot of good things for this country, except for the Second Amendment. But in a way, getting all those judges in there that are Republicans, especially Amy Coney Barrett, or what is it? Amy Coney Barrett, that's how you say it, in there as a Supreme Court justice, that's probably going to help us out Second Amendment-wise, no matter what. And plus, he's just a lot better than Biden. He's not wanting to just go out and confiscate our guns like Biden and Harris are. And they're, Biden is Bloomberg funded and George Soros funded. So that's enough about that. I voted for Trump. I think he's the only choice to keep Biden out of there. And that's why I voted for him. And a few other reasons. Even though he's not perfect for the Second Amendment. Maybe if we hold him accountable, maybe he'll get better on it. We'll see. He's definitely going to be better than Biden, though. But anyway. I've done some, karaoke singing on the channel. That was pretty fun. I've done, some, and I'll still do those to this day if I get requests karaoke songs. If I can find a good track. If I can find a good karaoke track that's got the words on there, because I don't have good memory of memorizing songs, then I'll try it. But also, I do a lot of stuff called the Who Wins Versus series. It's been a while since I've done one, But you can pick anybody, real or not, in any universe whatsoever, and put them against each other, and I'll tell you my opinions about who would win in a fight, in a random encounter, and in a planned fight. And that's pretty fun, because I'm a big-time comic book fan, big-time action movie fan. I'm a martial artist myself, and you know, I like to think about stuff like that. It's fun to do those. All right, but mostly the channel is about firearms and the Second Amendment. That's mostly what it is. All right. One of the things that got me into this was I seen some dude shooting paper plates with a high point in his backyard, doing a penetration test with paper plates, seeing how many paper plates, a 45 high point, I think a 9mm high point, and a 380 high point would go through. And I was like, well, I could do that. He got a lot of views on this video. And he's one of my friends now. His name's Adam, Hootie Hoo. And that kind of really was the catalyst that inspired that. Found out he was from Tennessee. I was like, well, he's getting all these views. Why can't I do it? So I started doing stuff in the backyard, and still do stuff in the backyard to this day. Similar things to what he was doing. I don't try to be a carbon copy or anything, but I do similar things, because that's the kind of videos I like to watch, and that's the kind of stuff I like to find out. And everything, and I think he's got the best gun channel, as far as pure gun channel, on here. And the close runner-up, Paul, Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors. Paul's my good buddy. Been talking to Paul since a little bit after he started his channel. I think about the 5-6 month mark, I started talking to him a lot, as far as sending a lot of comments back and forth, and we were talking to each other like that. Started talking to each other on Facebook and everything. Told him I wanted to start my own channel, and I sent him some ammo. He did a video for me and got me like my first 25 subscribers by giving me a shout out. And then I went up there and shot with him, met Adam Hootie Hoo, and then I went back and shot with Paul again a little bit after that. And then last year in October, he had that big get-together where Gun Doctor TV and his wife, Pat, RMG, Pat Real Man and Genius, Timmy BMN from Timmy BMN channel, and of course Hootie Hoo, Paul, and me were all a bunch of all YouTubers together, and that was pretty cool. And I just got back from a Saturday a couple weeks ago of hanging out with Paul and Adam, and I'm still putting out videos on that. I got a lot of good footage, and we had a lot of good fun that day, and shot a lot of guns. And I thank Paul, and I thank Adam. Adam is Hootie Hoo, of course, for letting me do that. And I always get to shoot guns that I could never probably own myself, or would never dream of owning myself. And it's always good when that happens. They let me shoot a lot of stuff. It was good. But anyway, let's go into my views on the Second Amendment. My views on the Second Amendment are this. If you can afford to buy it, because the price is outrageous, if you want a bazooka, you should be able to own a bazooka. Plain and simple. If you can pay for it, you should be able to own it. Now, if you do something irresponsible for that bazooka, then I think they ought to throw the book at you. Like let's say you buy it with ill intentions, and you blow up somebody's car going down the road, or you don't shoot it in the right safe environment, and it goes and blows up a plane out of the sky or something like that. Yeah, I think they should blow the book at you. But I think if you're able to own a bazooka, you should be able to own a bazooka. This old piece of mail I took a few notes off of. So I put a few notes on it. So anyway, but that's my views on the Second Amendment. I used to not be that way. I used to not have any problem really with the bump stock ban until I started seeing where it was leading. And I bet you Trump's regretting that now, giving the ATF the power to ban the bump stocks, because that's really backfiring on him. So now, as I see it, even though I didn't like bump stocks, even though I thought they were a waste of ammo, I think somebody should be able to have their bump stocks. And my views have changed a lot, and maybe even I don't think they become radical or anything, but they've changed a lot when it goes to the Constitution and freedom since I started this channel, because I started watching a lot of other channels, talking to a lot of other channels, and I started learning. But anyway, my views on the Second Amendment: if you want to be able to own a bazooka and you got the money, you should be able to own a bazooka. And the Second Amendment means, to me, I mean, it's not only the self-defense aspect of it, the right to bear arms. You know, if we get a tyrannical government, that entitles us to overthrow that tyrannical government. And, you know, I don't want to ever have to do that, but if we all vote for Trump, we may not have to overthrow a tyrannical government, but it might get pretty tyrannical if the opposition wins. And I think them old boys up in Michigan, you know, they were planning to do that with the governor up there. She was acting pretty tyrannical. I mean, that's all I got to say about that, you know. But anyway, I pretty much lean towards the Republican side of things, but I've got a lot of my own views on stuff and stuff like that and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm a variety channel. I'm a regular dude. I know a couple of other YouTubers. Hootie Hoo, Paul from Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors, Pat RMG, Team BMMN, the Gun Doctor. I know those guys as far as hanging out with them once or multiple occasions and talking with them in the comments and stuff like that, and they're good dudes and everything, and I'm sure they tell you the same about me. Now, my channel's not for everyone, but as long as you keep the comments family friendly, I don't care if you disagree with me, and I can have civil discussions with you. But when you start throwing out insults, and the comments are not family friendly anymore, or they get to be anti-American, or too anti-Trump, or too anti-Rusty, then you might just get deleted and banned from the channel. I've had to do that before, and I hate having to do that. But even though me doing that, I don't wish those folks ill will. I hope they have good, prosperous, you know, lives and everything. I pray for them, but it is what it is. But anyway, this long, drawn-out, rambling video is to welcome new subscribers. Like I say, we're mostly about guns and the Second Amendment, but we do a lot of other stuff. And we take requests. And, you know, check out some of the content. Check out some of the playlists. Check out some of the old videos. I'm sure you'll like them. And I'm sure you'll see how some things I've done when I started has improved, and some things has probably got worse. But, you know, it is what it is. We're growing. Appreciate y'all. And, you know, I appreciate all my fellow YouTubers for all the help and shout-outs they've done and everything that they've done and everything to help the channel grow. I appreciate a lot of my subscribers who support the channel, you know, with Patreon or gifts or whatever. And I feel like y'all are family and friends. Even though there's about 1,850 of y'all now, I feel like, you know, you're all good folks, and I appreciate y'all. But anyway, you've been watching the Main Man channel, and I'll catch you next time.